He comes to us from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Weighing tonight 140 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Pistol Pat Macke.
Pistol Pat.
Pistol Pat.
Now, have you seen him before? Have you seen him working out at Rocco's?
I've seen Pat fight before. He's got an excellent ground game, solid takedowns, and he's very strong, very tough kid.
He hails from Oxford, Pennsylvania. Weighing in 146 pounds, this is Carlos Vazques.
I asked Pat what his favorite move was, and the only thing he said is, I like the move that makes them tap. Makes sense to me.
That makes a lot of sense to me, too. Whatever it takes to get the job done. Funny story, Carlos Vazques, wife and 2 kids, says his wife's very nervous for this fight, but she supports him a lot.
Well, as long as he only does it once.
Pat Macke coming out with a storm of punches right at Carlos. Carlos looking for the double leg. Pat Macke stuffs it beautiful with a great sprawl. Awesome wrestling that Pat Macke displayed right now.
Well, you said Mackey's got a lot of jiu-jitsu skills.
Yes, he does. Very solid on the ground. He's working to pass Carlos's guard, and there he does right there. Passes the guard beautifully, keeping that right arm underhook. He's doing a great job. He needs to start sliding that right knee up into the midsection of Carlos and go for that mount. He's going right there.
Oh, he's
about to lock down that arm bar. And he's working that midsection of Carlos right now.
That hurts.
Yes.
That hurts. Now
It's on his left side now.
What does Carlos need to be doing? He's caught in a real tough position there.
Carlos needs to start bumping and rolling. He needs to pressure into him right now because Pat Macke's got that arm locked down deep, and he's really going to start working to extend that arm bar.
Now Carlos works out of Defiant MMA. He considers himself excellent at jiu-jitsu. He needs to, oh boy.
He's got that Ron. This is one of the submissions that make you tap. This is Pat Macke's game, like you said before. He really needs to get that arm in there deep, though. And Carlos being creative right there with the knee strikes.
Boy,
Carlos very active, showing a lot of heart right now.
Those are some real good shots.
And Ron, I'll tell you what, working a grappling game with these MMA gloves on, especially for the amateurs, it's very tough with those turtle shell gloves.
Those knee kicks reversed what was happening. He tried to protect himself and couldn't hold his position.
Now he lost, and Carlos slid his arm out and bumped, like I said, and he came right up on top. Pat Macke working the technique he's using is called the rubber guard. He's going for a go-go plata. Looks like time's going to run out.
Well, I'm going to bet that many of our viewers don't know what a go-go plata is.
In Portuguese, your throat is called a go-go, and what Pat was trying to do was to put his ankle actually up against Carlos's throat, and it cuts off the air supply and would have made Carlos tap.
Very good. Now I know, too.
Now you know what a go-go plot is. We're learning every day, right?
Every day.
And just judging by the dominance on the ground, Pat Macke obviously took that round. But Carlos Vazques, don't count him out.
But he battled back.
Yes.
Vazques battled back. And by the way, I think the most effective single thing that was done in that, the most impressive to me were those kicks to the rib.
Yeah.
While Carlos was down, that enabled him to reverse things.
And you just saw the discomfort on Pat Macke's face. They looked like they were hurting Pat Macke.
Yeah, absolutely. It caused him to lose his focus from the top position, and he went from being in an advantage to a disadvantaged position. But you're right, Macke probably did take that round, but it was close.
Yes.
Saw good skills from both guys. What are you looking for? Round number 2, what happens?
I'm looking for Pat Macke to shoot in and keep the ground game going, and I'm looking for Carlos to start working them hands and not give Pat that, give him that to close that distance so he can take him down again. And Carlos needs to let those hands fly. Oh, Superman punch by Carlos. Nice knee by Pat Macke. And those knees, they can be dangerous sometimes, just with the low blows and everything. You got to be very careful. Carlos going for his own takedown now, sucking up that single leg.
Well, he's got the leg. He lost it.
Pat Macke's doing a great job of getting his hips away, and there he goes again, sucking him down with the front headlock. He needs to start transitioning to his back. Oh, broke him down right there in side control.
He shows nice hip action.
Yes.
He shows very nice hips.
And it looks like he's going to go for the same thing he went earlier. He already's got that arm in for that arm lock. If I was Pat, I would sit up and probably go for Kimura, since Carlos showed great heart holding on to that arm bar.
Well, at least he's in a position where he can't get kicked as easily. Oh, Carlos was going for it.
And he's trying to soften him up right now to break the grip of Carlos, but Carlos is holding on tight. I'm going to say it's going to take a lot to break Carlos's grip right now.
In the amateurs, okay, he's banging the legs, he's banging the body. Is there any place he can't hit other than the face when he's on top?
You can't hit to the spine and to the back of the head, which, I mean, kind of makes a lot of sense right there. Just, I mean, back of the head and spine, just not places where anybody should be hit.
Kidneys?
Kidneys, you can hit to the kidneys. A lot of fights stop. And those little tiny gloves, man, you get a kidney shot.
There's nothing that quite feels like a shot in the kidneys. Right?
I'll never forget my first one.
Ah, yes. And Carlos is going with his knees again.
He's working really hard to break that grip right now, Ron. But Carlos is fighting. If I was Pat Macke, I'd start sliding his legs in, doing the X break right there. Sliding his legs in to break Carlos. There he goes right there.
He did it. Oh,
he's got to extend that arm. Carlos looks like he might be holding on to his shorts, which is an illegal technique, Ron. You can't grab a hold of your shorts or your opponent's shorts.
He's trying to. We're in a survival mode right now.
Yeah. And the first round looking a lot like the second round looking a lot like the first round again.
Yeah, indeed.
And especially when you're down 2 rounds to none. You got to do something right now. You got to pick them hands up and you got to throw them, Ron.
So he needs to keep it on the ground. He just took a nice left jab. Threw a nice right that missed. He lands a right.
Carlos throwing another right hand of his own. Pat Macke fainting on him. Nice leg kick by Pat Macke.
And this is Carlos's advantage, though. This is where he's going to possibly win it.
Yeah, this is where he needs to work right now. He needs to get under control.
Big right hand.
Nice slam by Pat Macke.
I'll tell you, if Carlos can get it back to the feet, they're even in their strikes.
Looks very even in a stand-up match.
But this is a strong disadvantage for Carlos. He's down again.
This is a very bad position for Carlos right now. He needs to start scooting out. He needs to, we call it the Home Alone defense, where you literally, when you see that movie Home Alone, and he puts the shaving cream, the aftershave, get those hands up, protect the neck, and Pat Macke right to the mount. Pat Macke stepping off the side control, swimming for that armbar again.
He loves it.
He wants that armbar.
Well, as he said, whatever move makes him tap.
Armbar will make you tap. Carlos showing tremendous heart. But he needs to bump, he needs to roll into him, and he needs to get that arm free right now, and really he's letting Pat work his game right now. Pat's softening him up with the arm punches right now.
Carlos trying to work those knees. He's got tremendous flexibility.
Yeah.
But he's not, well, he's close to landing that to the body, but I don't think he can do it.
And they're not landing and they're not doing any damage to Pat right now.
Nope.
And both fighters very sweaty. This is the 3rd round right now, so it's easier to slide out of these submissions, Ron.
Very good point. Very good point. It'll be hard for Macke to complete this submission hold that he's trying to get.
Pat's sitting up for the Kimura. This is what I think he should have been doing. And really work for that Kimura. He needs to pressure down. There he goes.
He was close there. And there you go. We're going to a decision, my friend.
Judge 1 scores the bout 30-27. Judge 2 scores the bout 30-27. Judge 3 scores the bout 30-27. Here's your winner by unanimous decision. Fighting out of the blue corner, Pistol Pat Macke.